On Netflix from 1993, I watched The Good Son. This is a movie I remember seeing the advertisements for. Macaulay Culkin was huge at the time. Early 90s, this was the kid star. I mean, I don't think there had been a child star of this caliber since... the chick that played Heidi. God, now I remember her last name being Black. She was an ambassador. Shirley Temple. She became Shirley Temple Black. Anyways, Macaulay Culkin was huge, okay? Kevin McAllister from Home Alone was epic. I saw that shit in theaters back in 1990. But he's not really the lead in this movie. Yeah, he has top billing. He's the villain. He's got the sexy villain role. But there's some problems here. So I remember my dad seeing this sometime, I think shortly after it came out, and he's like, hey, yeah, there's that movie where Macaulay Culkin's the bad guy. But the other kid, he's a better actor. The other kid, the lead, the protagonist, is Elijah Wood. Henceforth, they shall be known as Frodo and Kevin McAllister. So, Frodo's mom has died of cancer, and his dad has this plan for him to spend the winter/Christmas break at his uncle's house, where he has a little girl and a boy. Now, of course, we have Kevin McAllister there, but the girl, her character's name's Connie, and this is the younger sister of Macaulay Culkin. Now, in watching Macaulay Culkin at the time, I never got the impression that he was older than me. He always looked about my age or younger. Granted, when I was 8, people seriously thought I was nearly 20. But, that's just the way things go, I guess. Hell, I applied for this job out of college where they wanted some young people to host like a TV program. And they're like, sorry, we're looking for young people. And the chick they hired is like my age. Shit. But anyhow, the problem with this movie is that it's hard to take things seriously here. Like, the danger doesn't feel that real all the time. There's no real threat here towards Connie. Yeah, okay, so Kevin McAllister gets his rocks off doing some violent stuff. Kills a dog with this bolt gun he made. Causes a multi-car pile-up by throwing a sort of a mannequin dummy over off an overpass onto this highway road below. And there's nothing really there to suggest he's going to try to kill his sister. Oh, but he had a little brother, and I think this is Rory Culkin, used in the photos here, if I remember right in the credits. And the situation with that is that it seems like he drowned his younger brother because he had a toy that was actually Kevin McAllister's. And he's like, it was mine. Like, the mom asks him about this. She's like, why are you holding on to this toy? It's like, oh yeah, it was, little brother's holding on to it, something to remember him by. That makes some sense to me, doesn't it? Like, what's really the problem there? Shoot, where am I gonna go? Too many people out. But he gets into a fight with his mom over it and blows his whole scheme. Like, in the early 90s, it was really an in thing for movies, this psychological thriller, where there was a psychopath just kind of playing cool. Everybody believes him or her, but they had some deadly intentions. And this is the kid version of that. And it's like, can I really take this shit seriously? I don't think Macaulay Culkin does good here. This might have really damaged his career, because Elijah Wood is definitely giving the more earnest performance. But, that's the way things were in the 90s, I guess. So, after some incidents, Frodo, he goes to his aunt, tells her that her son's the bad kid. She doesn't believe him, of course. And then they go ice skating. Connie and Kevin McAllister go ice skating, and he spins her into this thin ice area where she falls through. and nearly drowns. This looks hyper dangerous. I'm not really sure how they pulled this off with the actress. I can tell you this much, if it was done today, it'd be CGI, and it'd look like shite. I can tell you that. Don't be surprised if there's a remake, and the same scene happens, and it's CGI cracks in an ice. Okay, do not be shocked. But, you know, Orphan's kind of like this, in some ways. Anyhow, the girl's rescued, but Kevin McAllister seemingly tries to kill her again, sneaks out to the hospital to see her. How the hell they get to the hospital? Aren't hospitals generally pretty far from your house? Like, whatever. But the mom's there watching over and it's like, what are you doing? Oh, I came to say hi to Connie. See if she's okay. Playing the puppy dog eyes, right? Well, there's a psychiatrist that's talking to Frodo, and she seems to be on Kevin McAllister's side. So nothing's going right for Frodo. But like I said, he completely blows his cool. No, it's my toy. I'm holding on to it. When she finds this rubber ducky, it's like, what the hell? You blew it. Then he goes out for a walk with mom, tries to push her off a cliff. 8-year-old kid trying to push a lady. God damn. Like, really, what's in it for him here? What the hell? So Frodo comes by, saves his aunt. They're fighting over the cliff. And then before you know it, Ant's up off the ground, but the boys are falling and they're holding onto the ledge. And actually, I think the ant fell, skid a bit, climbed up, and now she has to go and hold on to the kids. But Frodo's slipping, and she's like, oh no, hold on, Frodo. Well, goodbye, Kevin McAllister. She averts her eyes and then takes the hand she was holding on to him with, grabs Frodo, saves him. Kevin McAllister hits the rocks below and gets washed away. And then we go back to where the ashes of Frodo's mom were spread. And if you listen to the way I'm saying this, can't you see how Elijah Wood got the Frodo role? Like, subconsciously, Peter Jackson had watched this movie, maybe in passing on cable TV, and just picked up all this imagery that related to Lord of the Rings. Cliffside, volcano. I mean, come on. It feels like that, don't it? So I think that's sort of how he ended up getting the parts. But yeah, The Good Son, it has some credibility issues. It's a bit bland. It doesn't feel as intimidating as even The Omen. Yeah, I give The Good Son 2 out of 4 stars.